Bueno. Let's do a reading. Just gonna clean up my space a little bit. It's a little messy. I've been preparing. Gotta get my tarot cards out. Let's do a reading. It just feels like the energy is a little heavy. I've not even been keeping up with the phases, to be honest. Not even been keeping up with the phases, to be honest. The devil. The last time we did a reading, we really did it on like the government, and what was happening, like war, civil war, things like that. We're just gonna go with the flow. We're just gonna go with the flow. And just catch like the collective. The Hermit. Oh. The card came back out. That is so crazy. Okay, so we have, I'll just show you here. We have the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups. This is a great card, okay? And it actually feels really good in this spread, the way that it's worked out, even with this like devil card here. And we're going to explain it. We're going to explain it. So, like the Hermit is about being in a place where you are in solitude, but you are also learning a lot about being in solitude. Okay. The Five of Pentacles can sometimes feel a little depressing. It feels like being alone. Also, again, with the Hermit, because as you can see, she is looking at the Hermit here. So, and then being with one's own thoughts, right? So the Eight of Swords is about being with your own thoughts and feeling trapped within your thoughts, okay? And so you can see some of the prettiness hanging out, but you can see that it's dark behind her. So it's like, okay, we're on the inside and we can see some of the pretty things out through the window, but really here we are left alone. And it almost gives me like this glass house kind of a vibe, but it's really interesting because I actually still kind of portray this to like America in a way, or just like society in general and how like the world is moving, right? So we have this like Three of Wands here where it's like, okay, we're waiting, we're in solitude, we're trapped with all of our thoughts, because the devil, right? It's kind of like an illusion here. It's not actually that there's entrapment because the devil is underneath here. It's not that there's actually an entrapment. It's actually just an illusion. So, even with the Five of Pentacles, that kind of reiterates that illusion. Because traditionally in a tarot card or tarot deck, there's usually a key hanging about that you could just walk through the door, right? You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be alone. So it's an illusion. So here in the middle with the Nine of Cups, this is actually a beneficial thing, but this is also the card that gives me the idea of like this glass house. The like, yes, there's all this nice things, this like freedom that is about freedom, right? Because again, it's a lot of an illusion. So it's not the freedom in which you would think. It's like it's programmed freedom, you know? But it's for a purpose. So the Hermit, the reason why the Hermit is also a beautiful card is because there's so much enlightening happening in this moment of solitude, and learning a lot of truths. Also, discernment. There's also a lot of discernment happening here. So really learning your soul, understanding your soul, learning who you are as an individual, not in a group setting, right? Because sometimes when you're in a group setting, you can like feed off of each other. So when Spirit puts you in this like individual kind of space to be with yourself, within yourself, you have to, you don't have distractions. You know what I mean? You don't have distractions. And so you have to come to terms with things, especially like the hard things that might keep you entrapped in illusion. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're in a group setting, like friends can keep you in an illusion. You know what I mean? Unknowingly. Like it's not like it's, you know, it's not like it's an intentional thing, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm going to do it intentionally, you know. I mean, if there's those kind of people in your life, just, you know, you need to cut those people out. They ain't helping you none. But it's always good to have solitude, you know. But as a whole, on a world level, a lot of people are reassessing. Okay. On the other side of this, it's so what I hear is knowing what society deserves as a whole, as humanity. So knowing what society deserves, being able to co-create together to move forward and manifest what it actually is that is cohesive to our soul as humans, not as like a workforce slave entity, right? Because we're really living this kind of modern day, like, I don't want to say like Israel, like Egypt story, but without like the corruption involved in the story, you know, more like the idea of the story itself. But yeah, I mean, in reality, that's really what it is. Like, just I don't have a timer for nothing. I don't know if y'all heard that timer. I did not set a timer. I don't know who set a timer. Nothing's even, like, the kitchen's closed. I tell my kids, the kitchen's closed. Get out of my kitchen. Yeah, so being able to co-create knowing what we deserve here with the Empress, being able to actualize that, and then being able to co-create, moving on from things that no longer serve us in a way that is beneficial, and brings us emotional happiness, right? Because sometimes we can get stuck in this rut, but being able to this feels like co-creating right here, the Eight of Cups and the Magician. I'm going to put this on a shirt, y'all. I'm going to put this on a t-shirt or sweater. What a pretty card. I'm going to put it on a shirt. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. If you have seen the readings that I've done when it comes to like future tense things, as far as things happening in the world, and I was talking about how all these good things, I didn't see anything good happening with the East Coast. And now we have like all these tankers heading to the East Coast. I don't know if you guys have seen like videos of that or things like that happening. I mean, you know, obviously can't believe everything that you see, right? I actually am not sure if I believe a majority of it myself, just because, you know, we're not there. We're not there. Just like people fight over like flat earth and around earth, and it's like, have you personally ever been outside of orbit? Like, let's be real. No. And who cares, because we're not leaving Earth. Like, who cares? We're here until, I mean, unless you're gonna be an astronaut, you know, let us know the truth. At the Tower, yeah, there's definitely a collapsing system happening here, and just not for like society as a whole, but also for individuals. There's a collapse, and for some people who have not been keen on staying up to date with just like what's happening currently, regardless, you know, I know there's a lot of people that choose to stay out of like, whether it be politics or world news or what's happening. Like, it's important to know that if you choose to stay out of that and you choose to, you know, it just live in what it is that you can control, which, I mean, it's a great way to live, you know, but it's also great to be prepared, because the way that your life could drastically change just based on not having any more gas, right? Especially living in America. We all drive cars, you know what I mean? And gas is a huge thing right now. Oil is a huge thing right now. And so there are certain countries that are not even being able to they're shutting down their gas pumps. Again, are we there? No, but it's good to be aware in the event of, just in case, right? Underneath the Tower is the High Priestess, so do make sure that you are, again, using your discernment, and just following your intuition. And if you have any feelings about needing to prepare or get ready, or needing to just like stock up for any reason, follow that. I would definitely say follow that. And yeah, stay prepared. It's probably a good choice to stay prepared. And see you guys next time.